The Times now. This is, it turns out, a sex show for children wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think this was real, so I'd done a bit of Googling, but so the School of Sexuality Education was consulted for the Family Sex Show.
Right? I should say the Family Sex Show was a show that we covered on this channel a number of months ago, because it was to tour, and then there were complaints, you know, and then it got cancelled. But this article is saying that it was actually, it was advised by the School of Sexuality Education. So is that what they're saying? Is that the nature of this story?
Well, for what they're saying, so the Family Sex Show was billed as, wait for it, a fun and silly performance about the painfully awkward subject of sex. It was directed at family audiences and children as young as 5, which I genuinely find that really hard to believe. Honestly, I do. With a warning that it contained nudity, but was cancelled last year after the backlash from parents. There were songs. Emma Chan, the charity's reproductive and sexual health lead, has a personal blog that includes videos of herself singing a song called Let's All Masturbate.
Yeah, and it sounds made up, but it was true. What I'm interested in, why is it coming back in the news, Leo? Because we covered this a long time ago.
So it's coming back, I think, just to remind us how insane humanity can be.
Well, there's that.
These people who are obviously highly educated, intelligent people run this theatre group and can think that it's a good idea to get people naked in front of children.
But the news is that the company had sought advice from a group.
The news is they'd sought advice from educators. So
from experts.
Some sort of state involvement. This isn't just some crazy arts group. This is, you know, they had. But it just shows how our education system has been completely captured by just the mad gender ideology.
Leo, you've made this point before, that there's been this sort of move in sort of theatre and live performance to sort of protect and coddle adults and say we need to put trigger warnings on everything, and you know, you should be warned about the dangers of this. But when it comes to children, we're doing the opposite, which is just let them all in, whatever, they should see whatever they want. And what's going on?
Their justification for it is that children are being exposed to porn at younger ages. And I've no doubt that it's, you know...
5-year-olds.
Yeah, but 5-year-olds, I mean, no 5-year-old's got a phone. That's ridiculous.
I don't think this is a left-right issue. I think everyone can sort of agree that this sort of stuff isn't appropriate for 5-year-olds.
Yeah, sure, completely. That's the whole thing. I mean, yeah, teach kids at an appropriate age about relationships and what they need to know in an appropriate manner. But no, if the kids are as young as 5, there's something off.
And also, anybody who's, you know, a paedophile, in the old days, people always say, oh, the church had so many paedophiles or whatever. It's like, yeah, because the church gave them access to kids in a position of authority. Now, paedophiles, I'm sure the people behind the Family Sex Show had perfectly benign intentions, but if a paedophile was to want to expose himself to children, this would be where he'd go.
OK.